Good evening and welcome to Judge Green Court at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. On the Tigers Media Network, I'm Jason Liggett, joined by Abram Washington as we're set for volleyball tonight. It's senior night here as Urbana celebrates Mackenzie Wingler, Kinsey Bostic, and Raven Russell before the game. The seniors being honored tonight. And it's a non-conference contest as the Big 12's Urbana Tigers set to defend the home court against Sangamon Valley's Paxton-Buckley-Loda Panthers. PBL is 27-5 overall, 5-0 in the conference. The Tigers enter tonight 12-19 overall, 4-5 in the Big 12. We appreciate you tuning in on the Tigers Media Network, Urbana Public Television, youtube.com/UPTV6, and on our television providers. Back to serve for the Tigers is Riley Russell. PBL does a nice job of setting that up for number 4, Jasmine Miles, and Miles gets it in there for the first point of the game. So PBL back to serve now. That's Abby Schmidt, the senior, for the Panthers. Digging that one out is Wingler and setting it up for Bostic. Bostic with a lot of authority. PBL in some trouble. They get it back into play and hit it back over the net. Radonovan sets it up, and a big block there from PBL, but they hit it out of bounds, and the Tigers get the point to even things up at 1 apiece early on. Bostic back to serve for Urbana. Up and over for PBL. Digging that one out is Russell. And Raven Russell over, and point goes to the Tigers. Good-sized crowd tonight. And both Urbana's fan base and PBL seems to travel well. Big block there at the net from number 13. That's Delaney Wheeling for the Tigers. So Wheeling blocks it at the net, and the Tigers up 3-1 early on in this first set. Senior night here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. Bostic serves 3-1. PBL hits it over the net, but goes out of bounds with it, so the Tigers get another point. They take an early 4-1 lead. Digging that one out is PBL's Libra, and blocked at the net there by the Tigers. We see some subs coming in for Paxton-Buckley-Loda. Number 8, Carly Muchmore in the game now. Another dig from the Libra in Michaela Clan. Tigers set this up, and over is Raven Russell. PBL answers right back. Tigers going for the block. They look to keep it alive, and they do just that. Another block there at the net by the Tigers, but it goes out of play and point to PBL. Back to serve is senior Jolie Hastings, 2 serving 5 for the Panthers. Bostic sets it up for Russell. Russell knocks it over. And hitting that one over with a lot of authority is Addison Oyer, but she hits it out of bounds on the far side. So point for the Tigers, 6 serving 2 now, and back to serve is J.C. Owens. Another block at the net there for the Tigers, but point goes to favor PBL. Michaela Clan back to serve for the Panthers, 3 serving 6. That one would have gone out, but PBL plays it. And it works out in their favor with a light tap over Addison Oyer. And PBL trails by 2 now in this first set. It's 4 serving 6. Michaela Clan knocks that over, and up and over with it is Bostic. Addison Oyer hits it out of bounds again, and point goes to the Tigers. 7 serving 4, and back to serve is senior Raven Russell. Tigers do their best to keep that alive. Diving on the floor there is Kinsey Bostic, but PBL puts it where the Tigers aren't to score the 5th point of this first set for the Panthers. Raven Russell knocks it over. Setting this one up is PBL. Keeping it alive there is Bostic. Up and over from Riley Russell. And there's Addison Oyer with some authority. We've seen her hit a couple hard balls, but they've gone out of bounds, but that one stays in. So 6 serving 7 now for Paxton-Buckley-Loda. Wheeling knocks it over, and point goes to the Tigers. Tiara Donovan back to serve for Urbana, 8 serving 6. PBL gets that over, keeping it alive, and good play by the Tigers. They get it back over the net, and here comes the Panthers. And another spike there from Addison Oyer gets it done for PBL. So they're back trailing by 1. It's 7 serving 8. And back to serve is Carly Muchmore. Donovan sets it, and Riley Russell hits it over. And hitting that one is number 9, Bailey Cosgrove, and 3 Tigers stare at it as it falls right in the middle of them. Campfire hit there as we're all knotted up at 8 here in the first set. Radonovan sets that up for Bostic. And nice dive there from Michaela Clan, but nothing going as the Tigers score and take a 9-8 lead. Logano back to serve for the Tigers. And knocking that one over for PBL is Cosgrove. So back and forth action here early on in this first set. We're tied up at 9. It's senior night as the Tigers looking to send their 3 seniors off with a victory here tonight. They have their work cut out for them in one of Sangamon Valley's finest, and Paxton-Buckley-Loda. See the ref now adjusting foul pole there. So PBL back to serve, 9-all. Radonovan sets that up for Bostic, and Bostic gets the point for the Tigers. They take a 10-9 lead. Going to be sophomore Riley Russell serving for Urbana. 10 serving 9. Good serve there by Russell. Trying to get that one over is PBL. Keeping it alive is Russell, and there's Raven. What a hit there, but she gets in the net, and point goes to PBL. Abby Schmidt serving for the Panthers, and she gets the ace. So Schmidt back to do it again here. 11 serving 10. Wingler gets it this time. Radonovan sets it up, and J.C. Owens knocks it over for the Tigers. And PBL gets the point there. So Paxton-Buckley-Loda with their largest lead of the evening, 12 serving 10. Radonovan to Russell, and nice block there from the Panthers. And good effort there from the Panthers, but they hit it into the net, and point goes to the Tigers. Much needed point there by Urbana. They didn't want to get too far behind here. Middle of this first set, I think it's pretty important for the Tigers to get to this first set here. So it looks like they're going to try to fix that with some athletic tape. Looks like some members of the Urbana High School boys basketball team getting the crowd livened up. So Kinsey Bostic back to serve for Urbana. It's 11 serving 13. PBL runs into some trouble. They still get it over. Riley Russell setting it up for Raven. Raven up and over. PBL see if they can pull this off. I think it's going to be out, and that it is. So running out of bounds to get that one's Cosgrove, but she hits it back a little bit too far. And the Tigers now trail by just one, 12-13 here in the first set. We appreciate you tuning in on the Tigers Media Network on Comcast Xfinity's Channel 6 and 1096, AT&T UVerse Channel 99, and i3 Broadband Channel 6. Jason Liggett alongside Abram Washington on the Tigers Media Network, powered by UHS Broadcasting, part of the UHS Echo Journalism class here at Urbana High School. It's our final broadcast of the fall sports lineup here. We had senior night for football last week as Urbana fell to Peoria Manual. Tough one on senior night, 34-0. We had senior night for boys soccer on October 10th. That one ended in a tie, 0-0. And tonight, it's senior night for volleyball. We'll see if they can come away with a W here. Coach Erica Menig, some additional advice there for Bostic. Here's the serve, 12-13, light up front. Here's PBL answering back. Nice soft hit there. Riley Russell sets it up for Wheeling. Wheeling up and over for the Tigers. PBL back at it. And looks like they're going to get this point. No, the Tigers answer back, diving on the floor, and it pays off. And a block at the net. Point goes to, looks like they got into the net, so point goes to PBL there. So good effort there from the Tigers, as I thought it was over a couple of times for them on that exchange, but they hung tough. PBL ultimately gets the point. Tigers knock it over there, pulling that one up and over with it. And blocked there from the Tigers, but it goes sailing up almost to Abram. I thought you were going to catch that there. So PBL leads 15-12. It's their serve here in the first set. And they serve it out. Point goes to the Tigers. 13 serving 15. J.C. Owens backs for Urbana. Tigers go for the block of the net, not able to go with it, and see if they can come off with this. And they do just that. Point goes to Urbana. It was almost a near call there, but they get it in. And the Tigers battling back here, trail by just one now. 14 serving 15. Owens back once again to serve for the Tigers. Nice soft hit there from PBL, trying to trick the Tigers. They hang with it. And PBL gets the point. That one hits off J.C. Owens and goes directly back. Michaela Clan serving 16-14. They set it up for Wheeling. Point to the Panthers. The Libra Clan back again. Wingler pulls it out for Urbana. Up and over with it is Raven Russell. In the middle of the action every time there for PBL is number 11, Abby Schmidt. The Tigers do answer back on that one, but hit it out of bounds, and point goes to PBL. They have their largest lead of the evening. It's 18-14 in favor of the Panthers. So a timeout called here by Urbana High School football players. Trying to get the crowd riled up here once again. Maybe they'll come alive once we start playing some volleyball again. So Tigers hoping for a victory here on senior night. They have their work cut out for them. PBL leading in this first set, 18-14. Paxton-Buckley-Loda 27-5 overall on the season, 5-0 in the Sangamon Valley Conference. The Tigers 12-19 overall, 4-5 in the Big 12 Conference. So PBL's Michaela Clan back to serve again. It's 18 serving 14. Oh, and Urbana wasn't quite sure what was going there, and point goes to the Tigers. Point goes. Is that in fact point? Okay, they signaled a point for both teams, so wasn't quite sure. There's Addison Oyer knocking it over for a point to PBL. Not a good hit there from Mackenzie Wingler. She doesn't get all of it that she wanted. And now it's 20 serving 15. And back to serve once again is McKenna Clan, number 3 for the Panthers. To Mackenzie again, and a couple of mistakes in a row there from Urbana. They just looked like they weren't too sure what they wanted to do with that ball. Mackenzie Bostic looked like she was going to set it up, but just hits it into the net. It's a 6-point lead now for the Panthers. See if Urbana can battle back here. Late in the first set, they trail 21-15. Riley Russell with a good hit over. And just rolling across the net there was Addison Oyer. And the Tigers take another timeout here. They want to talk things over. I spoke earlier about how important this first set was for Urbana to get here on senior night, but all things look in favor of PBL right now as they're up 22-15. For more information on Urbana High School athletics, you can visit their website, il.8to18.com/Urbana. You can also follow them on Twitter. It's @AthleticsUrbana. If you're interested in reading the journalism classes articles and stories, you can visit their website. It's the Echo's website at uhsecho.com. McKenna Clan back to serve for the Panthers. It's 22 serving 15. Wingler gets a hold of it, see if she can hit it over. She does. PBL in a nice spot here. They set it up perfectly. Urbana trying to answer back, and they do just that. And good fake out there from the Panthers. Looked like they were going to set it up again. Instead, they hit it right over, and Urbana was not expecting that. So 23-15. Riley Russell hits it over for Urbana, and point goes to the Tigers. Looks like PBL got in the net there. So Tia Donovan going to serve this for Urbana. It's 16 serving 23. Urbana needs to go on a significant run here. We'll see how they started off. Tigers keep it alive. Donovan sets it up. Over with it is Riley Russell. Digging that one out is Russell. Here comes Raven Russell. Blocked at the net, and point goes to PBL. So now the Panthers on a verge of getting this first set victory here. It's set point serving 16. Up and over with it is Bostic. PBL sets it up. And Urbana with a good effort to try to keep that one alive. Riley Russell running out of bounds and hitting it back. And then also running out of bounds and hitting it back was Bienvenu Logano. But nothing going there in the late half of that first set for the Tigers, winning that one 25-16, the PBL Panthers. So Paxton-Buckley-Loda gets the first set here on senior night at Judge Green Court, Oscar Adams Gymnasium. They win it 25-16, similar to what we've seen already this season for the Tigers. They get off to a hot start, but just aren't quite able to sustain it for the full set. The other team kind of runs away with it. That has kind of plagued them all season. We'll see how they can battle back here. They trail 1-0. We certainly appreciate you joining us on the Tigers Media Network all fall long for boys soccer, football, and girls volleyball here at Urbana High School. We continue to be happy to broadcast these on Urbana Public Television. And we'll continue to do so with our winter sports. Haven't quite set the schedule yet for that, but we'll have boys basketball, of course. Defending regional champions, the boys basketball team, coached by Verdell Jones. And they're not returning all of their starters, but returning some very important pieces in Bryson Tatum and Chris Cross. We're hopeful for another promising season here at Urbana High School. And Chris Menig, the husband of Coach Erica Menig, is the coach of the Urbana High School girls basketball team. And he always brings a competitive edge to his team, so we'll have their coverage, and we'll probably throw in a wrestling meet or two. And those wrestling meets are always fun. Certainly not a sport that I'm very familiar with, but Coach always provides us with a high school wrestler to do commentary with us and keep us straight on all the action that's happening down there on the mat. Lindsay Stallwe is the coach of PBL. And as I mentioned, Erica Menig, the coach at Urbana High School. Back on the court for Paxton-Buckley-Loda, number 2, Michaela Clan. We see Hannah Schwartz back out there, also number 11, Abby Schmidt. Number 8, Carly Muchmore. And up front, number 7, Brooke Walder. We have number 9, Bailey Crossgrove. And looks like number 4 in Jasmine Miles. Out on the court for the Tigers, Delaney Wheeling, Raven Russell, J.C. Owens, Bienvenu Logano, Riley Russell also out there. It looks like Lugano's going to take a seat here and going to start things off with Mackenzie Wingler. So back to serve is Schmidt for PBL. Digging that one out is Russell, and knocking it over is Raven Russell. Point goes to the Tigers. So the Tigers strike first here as they trail 1-0. They lead the second set here, 1-0. Raven Russell back to serve for Urbana. Up and over to the Libra. Setting this up again. Very familiar path setting, but point goes to Urbana this time. And the Tigers up 2-0. PBL answers back strong. So they spike that one off a couple of Urbana players, and they get their first point of the second set here. Jolie Hastings serving for the Panthers, 1-2. And Riley Russell knocks that one out of bounds for the second point for PBL in this second set. It's 2-2 now. Riley Russell hits that one over. Schmidt setting it up and trying to get that one over is number 7, Brooke Walder, but to no avail as she hits it into the net. Point for the Tigers, and it's 3-2. Tira Donovan back to serve for Urbana. Schmidt sets it up, and over with it is Addison Oyer. We saw a lot of Schmidt and Oyer in that first set. We'll see if they can continue their winning ways here in the second set. It's 3-3, and back to serve is Michaela Clan, the Libra for PBL. Radonovan sets it up for J.C. Owens, and Owens gets the point for Urbana. The Tigers take the lead, 4-3, and Owens is going to go back to serve it now for the Tigers. Schmidt sets it up and hitting it back over. Good job at the net there by the Tigers. Good job to keep it alive. And Russell, see if she can hit it over, and she does just that. Schmidt sets it up again. The Tigers try to block it at the net, see if they can keep it alive. Up and over with it is Raven Russell. Schmidt once again, and knocking that one over to Radonovan. Radonovan now to Russell, and Russell tries to get it back over, but to no avail as PBL wins that one. Good effort there on both sides. We're all knotted up at 4 here. McKenna Clan back to serve for the Panthers. Wingler sets it up to Radonovong. Radonovong sets it up for Bostic, and point goes to Bostic and the Tigers. Riley Russell back to serve for Urbana. It's 5 serving 4 in the second set. And she serves it out, so PBL gets the point and even things up at 5. Radonovong sets it up for Bostic. Bostic with a nice finger roll over. And hitting that one must have gone off a Tigers' hand. I thought they hit that too far was PBL, but Tigers must have tried to block that one. It goes out of bounds, but after the Tigers touch it, and PBL now leads 6 serving 5. Much more back to serve, and that one stays in. Falls in between Wingler and Raven Russell. I thought it was going out too, but stayed in the orange lines and point to PBL. They now lead by 2. Wingler dives down on that, doesn't wait around for it. She gets it up and over. Tigers look to block that. I think they reached over the net there. So Panthers get the point. You got to be careful with that. Of course, you're going up there trying to block it, but sometimes you can get a little too aggressive. Wingler digs that one out. Radonovong sets it up and over. Raven Russell knocks that one out of play. So PBL with an early 4-point lead here, and Coach Erica Menig wants to talk things over as the Tigers trail 5-9, and will be PBL's serve after this timeout. Much more back to serve, 9-5. Radonovong sets it up for Bostic. Bostic with a good hit. PBL somehow able to get it back over, and they get the point. Nothing going here for the Tigers. It looked like a surefire point there for Urbana, but the Panthers answer back strong, and they now lead by 5. It's 10 serving 5. Much more serving for PBL. And she hits it out of bounds, so Urbana gets the point. And Urbana's going to go back to serve, and Kinsey Bostic is back there for the Tigers. Taking a rest is Tia Radonovong, and Wheeling comes into the match. Nice soft hit there from PBL. We've seen them do that a few times tonight. Just when the Tigers think they've gotten used to Paxton-Buckley-Loda's rhythm, the Panthers will switch it up with a nice soft hit there, and nothing going for the Tigers. Sydney Murphy back to serve for PBL. And net serve point for Urbana. Logano serving for Urbana. 7-11. And point to the Tigers again as PBL sets it up for Jasmine Miles, but Miles knocks it into the net. Logano back, 8-11. Another soft hit there from PBL, but Urbana answers back. See if they can keep this one alive. Raven Russell, hard hit to the Libra, and point goes to the Tigers. Urbana battling their way back into this thing. Trailed by as many as 5. They pulled within 2 here. It's 9 serving 11 in the middle of this second set. Urbana trails no sets to 1 on senior night here at Judge Green Court. Logano serves this one 9-11. And knocking that one over for PBL is Bailey Cosgrove. Tigers tried to get a hold of it, but it went sailing out of bounds. Abby Schmidt back to serve for the Panthers. They set this up for Owens, and point goes to the Tigers. So if they'll get a ball back into us here. Senior Raven Russell back to serve for the Tigers, and it's a net serve. Just not enough on that one. Jolie Hastings, 13 serving 10 for the Panthers. Here's the Tigers. Riley Russell gets it over the net. Hit back by PBL, and PBL trying to answer back here. Here comes the Tigers. Up and over with it is Kinsey Bostic. Schmidt sets it up. See if Tigers can dig this out, and Riley Russell did just that. Wheeling knocks it over for Urbana, and the Tigers going to get the point here. Tira Donovan back to serve for Urbana, 11 serving 13. Donovan digs that one out. Russell sets it up, and over with it is Bostic trying to chase this one down. It's PBL. Do they get that over? They do, but thankfully it goes out of bounds. What an effort there by the Panthers. That looked like it was all Urbana's point from the get-go, but PBL battled. Urbana gets the point. 12 serving 13. Tigers with a chance to tie things up here. Schmidt sets it up and blocked at the net. Radonovan sets it up and over with it. Point goes to the Tigers. Nice hit there from Bostic. We're all knotted up at 13. The Tigers on a bit of a run here. Tira Donovan back, 13 all. And coming up big right there is Addison Oyer. Just as the Tigers going on a bit of a run, Addison Oyer with a powerful hit. The Tigers try to block that at the net, but unable to do so. Back to serve for PBL is number 2, Michaela Clan. Radonovan sets that up, and Bostic knocks it over. Diving on the floor there, and PBL gets another point. Urbana's looked like it's going to score so many times tonight, and then we see Michaela Clan diving in from nowhere to get the ball back into play, and Addison Oyer hits that over with authority for the Panthers. So 15 serving 13, 2 straight points now from the Panthers. Wingler falls to the ground, and no one else able to get to it. (16 serving 13 in the second set. Back to Wingler. Wingler hits it up. See if the Tigers can hit it over, and looks like 2 people hit it there. So PBL climbs out to a 17-13 lead and make it 18-13 as that one goes to Raven Russell. She hits it out of bounds, and timeout there. So the Tigers were down by 5. They battled back into this thing to tie things up at 13 apiece, and now PBL pulls ahead once again by 5 as the Panthers lead the Tigers here in this second set, 18-13. The Panthers lead 1 set to none as they won the first one, 25-16. Clan back to serve again. 18 serving 13. Radonovan sets it up. Bostic gets it over. She gets it blocked at the net, and point goes to PBL. (19-13). Another point there for PBL. Urbana looks like they're starting to run out of gas here. We've seen that a time or two. Bostic hits this back to Russell, Riley Russell. Radonovan up and over with it. Schmidt sets it up, blocked at the net. Setting it up again, and the Tigers answer back, but they knock that one out of bounds. And now PBL leads by 8. They're on an 8-0 run here. It was 13-all. They now lead 21-13. Clan back to serve again. Radonovan sets it up. J.C. Owens gets it over, blocked at the net. Tigers still in this thing. Blocked at the net again. PBL is on a tear. So Urbana doing everything they can here on senior night, but might just be overmatched. Tigers get the point there. Short serve from Michaela Clan. J.C. Owens, the sophomore middle hitter for the Tigers, back to serve. 14 serving 22. Second set. Tigers down 1-0. Schmidt sets it up. The Tigers see if they can answer. Diving on that one's Radonovan. Tigers need it over. Bostic gives it to him. Schmidt sets it up again and knocking that one. That one does stay in bounds. Addison Royer knocking that one over. So PBL extends their lead to 9 here, 23-14. McKenna Clan serving. Radonovan keeps it alive. Riley Russell hits it over. And that one is out. Point goes to the Tigers. That's Addison Oyer, the sophomore for Paxton-Buckley-Loda, hitting that one out. (15 serving 23, Riley Russell back to serve for Urbana. She gets the ace. Good serve there by Russell. Radonovan comes back into the game, and sitting down is Delaney Wheeling. 16-23. They set it up once again for Addison Oyer, and it works. So now it's set point serving 16, match point serving 16. Very good serve there from PBL. Urbana answering back, but not able to do so that time. So Urbana falls in 2 sets, 25-16, 25-16. And what a great showing for Paxton-Buckley-Loda here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. So the Tigers came out with a lot of pep in their step as it was senior night, but not able to get things together as PBL proved to be too much here. Paxton-Buckley-Loda wins over your Urbana Tigers 25-16, 25-16. For Abram Washington, I'm Jason Liggett. We'll see you next time during winter sports season. This was our last fall broadcast. We'll see you next time on the Tigers Media Network.